Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kyle here from AI Ads. So today I want to show you VO3 and how you can use it to make ads for your agency or business or clients. Now, I'm brand new to using it. I literally just got an account yesterday and just started playing around with it. And I created my first ad. It's for another agency that I'm working on, but I'll share with you the exact process I went through to create all the different scenes. Now, I'm not going to go through how you create your account. It's really simple. Just go to, VO3, whatever the website is, and then sign up. Now, in terms of pricing, it is a little pricey. I think I'm on the highest tier plan, which is, I think for the first 3 months, it's like 190 bucks or something, or 200 bucks a month for the first 3 months. And then I think it jumps up to like 400 or something like that. Now, I probably won't stay subscribed to it. This is more of just like an experiment just to play around with it. And then I think you can top up your credits. So I think for the $190 plan, you get like 12,500 credits. And then you can top it off, I think for like 200 bucks for like another 20,000 credits or something like that. Anyways, you can go and figure out the pricing and do whatever you want there. But let's just jump right into it and I'll show you the videos I made, okay? So you can see my screen right here. And this service for this other agency that I'm working on is basically replacing your voicemail system with a AI receptionist. So I wanted to make an ad that starts off with a narrator or some character that's he has like the introduction to the ad, but then the concept I had was like voicemail is an outdated system. So it's like if you're still using voicemail, you might as well be using a fax machine or some older system or maybe some sort of ancient system, just to kind of get that initial hook to grab people's attention. So this is what I came up with, or what VO3 came up with. And actually, I'll read the prompt as well, just so you have an idea. Now, I did a few different variations. I'm not going to go through every single one because I think the video would take forever. But each video clip that it creates, it's 7 seconds. So keep that in mind when you are making your prompts and describing whatever script you want in those 7 seconds. Just keep in mind that it is 7 seconds. And if you do like too much dialogue, it's not going to be able to create an accurate 7-second clip for you, okay? So I'll show you the 4 that it created, and then I'll show you the one that I went with. So, and also the prompt. So the prompt I said, this is for the starting clip, was inside a busy modern doctor's office reception area, a man in his 30s stands confidently at the front, wearing business casual clothes and holding a smartphone and speaking directly to the camera with a slight smirk. Behind him, phones are ringing, patients are waiting. So I actually won't read this whole thing, but basically I'm describing the setting, the character, what I want him to say, the tone, whether it's humorous, any other descriptions I can have. Now, I don't expect you to have to know how to write all this. I actually got ChatGPT to write the prompt for me. I just said, hey, listen, I'm using this software called VO3. It does this. I want to generate these AI video clips. They're 7 seconds long. This is the general idea. Can you create a prompt for me that would be easy for it to understand so that it can most accurately generate a video for me or whatever, Get ChatGPT to do the actual prompt writing. But anyways, so I'll show you the 4 ones. So this is the first one.
Clinic owners, if you're still using voicemail to handle missed calls,
you might as well be using a fax machine.
Okay, so this was the first 7 seconds. So it's like intro plus the fax machine joke thing or whatever you call it.
clinic owners, if you're still using voicemail to handle missed calls,
you might as well be using a fax machine.
Clinic owner.
That's pretty cool. This is what if I can make this larger screen? That's great. So then it's pretty cool though. It's like, he's got the 80s windbreaker on. It the office looks like an 80s, old school computer.
Clinic owners, if you're still using voicemail to handle missed calls,
you might as well be using a fax machine.
Clinic owner.
So again, pretty cool. You got the scene of the setting of the like reception area. This one doesn't really make sense. It looks more, doesn't necessarily look like a doctor's reception area. It looks like an office or something. So I ended up going with this one here. I felt like it felt more like a reception, and I felt like the scene with like the 80s dude just was the most fitting. Like it looked the best in my opinion out of all of them. So this is what it is.
Clinic owners, if you're still using voicemail to handle missed calls,
You might as well be using a fax machine.
clinic owners.
Yeah, so I liked that one. I like that he punched it, had like a bit of a reaction, and then said, you might as well be using a fax machine. And like the papers kind of went flying. And I like the windbreaker and just the overall look, the wig, the glasses. So I felt like it just had the best vibe to it. Now, the second scene was, the idea was to get like progressively more ancient with like the way you communicate with people. That's kind of like the gag. I'm not a comedian, but I'm just kind of going off of, off the top of my head, an idea I had. So the next idea was like, okay, if fax machine was like the one thing, okay, what about the next oldest way to deliver message was like horse and like a scroll or something like that. So I tried to do that. Also, and then the other one was also like a pigeon, like sending a message with a pigeon, that's like an old way of communicating. Now, it couldn't really do the horse and the pigeon together. I think it was a little too much for it to process, and maybe the script was a little too long. So I'll show you one of these just because it didn't really generate it properly. I'm not gonna go through all of them.
Or handwritten letters delivered by horse.
Or even a carrier pigeon.
So like this one completely missed the horse part, Let's see this one here.
Or handwritten letters delivered by horse.
Yeah, it just couldn't generate it. I don't know why. So I tried it again. I think this time I said just carrier pigeon. Let's just get a scene with a carrier pigeon.
Or messages by carrier pigeon.
Oh, no, sorry, that's not it. Oh no, I changed the. Oh, okay. Let's just go to this one here. I changed the script around. So I think the horse thing, it was like having trouble with that, and then the carrier pigeon, it got a few of them sort of right. So I was like, okay, let's just change the script altogether. And then so I said, okay, so we'll do carrier pigeon as like the one ancient way of communicating. And then the even more ancient way of communicating was like smoke signals, like, I don't know, in the caveman days or something. And so I wrote a script for that. So I'll show you the different ones that could generate it here.
Or messages by carrier pigeon.
Heck, throw in some smoke signals while you're at it.
Or mess.
So, I mean, I did that one. It was not bad. And then this one here.
Or messages by carrier pigeon.
Heck, throw in some smoke signals while you're at it.
So that one was all right too, but I liked this one the best. So I think this is the one I actually went with.
Or messages by carrier pigeon.
Heck, throw in some smoke signals while you're at it.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. Like, if you went through like a production agency to create this, like this would take like days, and you'd have to pay a ton of money to get actors and the scene and like the costumes or whatever. I generated this in like 30 seconds just with a prompt. So it's pretty amazing. I mean, it's not perfect obviously, but for what it can do, it's pretty incredible. Okay, so the next scene was, so that was like the hook, and then the next scene is pain points. So I want to describe what pain points, clinics have or whatever your client is for this specific business. So I think the first pain point was like, well, I actually don't remember what it is even. Let's see. In a fast-paced action movie style scene, a doctor, blah, blah, blah. Scene, 1 second. Oh yeah, so it's like every missed call is a patient booking with your competitor. So that's kind of the pain point, So if you're missing a call because you're using voicemail or you just don't have a system in place or your receptionist isn't able to answer fast enough, that lead or that patient or client, whatever, is just going to go to the next clinic or the next business and call them, and you basically lose them, right? So I was trying to get some sort of idea around that, and the idea is like this patient like chasing after a lead that is like going to a competitor or something. Now I went through a few iterations. I'm not going to go through every single one because most of these didn't really work that well. But I'll show you the one that I did go with. So this one right here, this is the one I went with.
Every missed call is a patient booking with your competitor. Wait, I was gonna call you back after the weekend. Every miss.
Okay, so basically, in this case, it's like a patient chasing him for like, the doc, because he needs help from the doctor or something. And the doctor's like, no, wait, like, I was going to call you after the weekend, So, our service would replace that, obviously, with the AI receptionist. Okay, so that was that idea. And then the second pain point was like, the idea behind this was, leaving your clients like ghosted or like on red, and then just like wondering like, what the heck, I called like 2 days ago and I haven't heard anything, right? So the idea was to kind of do this parody of that movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. So I generated a couple different variations here, but I'll just show you the one that I went with, which was, I think it was this one here.
Why? Won't the clinic call me back, Wilson?
Your leads don't want to beep. They want help.
Why?
Okay, so it's like him stranded on an island. It's like, why won't they call me back? It's a reference to Wilson from Castaway. And then he's saying like, your clients don't want to hear a beep, which is like, when you call voicemail, it's like leave a message after the beep. They want help, right away. So that was basically touching on that pain point. And then I want to transition into the actual solution that we've built, right? So again, it's going back to like a professional clinic scene and basically describing what the solution is. Let me see, which one did I use? I think I went with this guy here.
That's exactly why we built Ava, an AI receptionist that answers every missed call, qualifies the lead, and books the consult. That's exactly why we built.
Okay, so professional setting, the guy's explaining the solution, okay? And then I want to transition into actually showing like a representation of what the AI receptionist would look like. Now, obviously, this is generated with AI. This isn't exactly what our system looks like, but it's kind of similar, the similar concept, where people can call in like at any time of the day and it answers and qualifies the lead and books a consult. Now I had to do a couple of different iterations for this one because it was just difficult to get exactly what I wanted. So I think I went with, I don't even know actually. Let me see here. Oh, I think I went with this one right here. So let's see.
I need to make an appointment for tomorrow to see Dr. Cooper.
Sure. Does 10 a.m. work?
So it's not perfect. Like I probably could have did a better job of the AI, like having a conversation. But the thing is, I only have 7 seconds. So I just want to quickly give an idea of how it works. I don't need a full dialogue back and forth. I can make a video of our actual system and what it sounds like and run that as an ad or something. Okay, so I went with that. And then I wanted another scene of basically a doctor saying something like Ava, or like the AI system, it answers calls like 24/7, even after hours or like on weekends where you might not have staff employed. So I think I went with this guy here.
The best part is Ava works 24/7, capturing leads after hours and on weekends.
So, I mean, that's pretty incredible. Like this looks like a real person, a real human. It's like, it's almost like you can, I don't know if it's going to completely replace UGC agencies, but I think a lot of people are going to start using this for maybe UGC style ads, especially as it continues to improve. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then I think it just goes to the final scene, which is try our system today. I did a couple iterations of that. Which one did I go with? I think I went with this one here.
Try Ava today and never lose a patient to voicemail again.
Okay, so I went with that. Now I don't know what this is. I think I was just testing a couple other ideas, so we don't really need to go through that. But I'll show you the actual ad in its entirety and what it looks like. Okay, so this is the ad. I'll make it full screen here. And I'll press play.
Clinic owners, if you're still using voicemail to handle missed calls,
You might as well be using a fax machine.
Or messages by carrier pigeon.
Heck, throw in some smoke signals while you're at it.
Every missed call is a patient booking with your competitor. Wait, I was gonna call you back after the weekend.
Why? Won't the clinic call me back, Wilson?
Your leads don't want to beep. They want help.
That's exactly why we built Ava, an AI receptionist that answers every missed call, qualifies the lead, and books the consult.
I need to make an appointment for tomorrow to see Dr. Cooper.
Sure. Does 10 a.m. work?
The best part is Ava works 24/7, capturing leads after hours and on weekends.
Try Ava today and never lose a patient to voicemail again.
Okay, so that was it. It's obviously not perfect. For example, it can't really generate captions for some reason. And some videos it has captions, some videos it doesn't. And then also the text in the caption is like, sometimes it's just like complete gibberish. So I didn't know how to make the prompt so that it doesn't include captions. I tried writing like, do not include captions in this video. It seems to be completely random. Sometimes it generates these like captions, sometimes it doesn't. In most cases, they're not even accurate what it says. And then again, I'm not like a production, like, I don't know how to make an ad like look production wise, with like proper transitions. I literally just made this in like probably 30 minutes with these prompts and generating these clips. And then I just kind of threw it into a CapCut and with some simple transitions. But obviously you can send it out to a video editor and I'm sure they can make it look a little more professional. But just for the sake of this video and just playing around with the system or the VO3 or whatever. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty cool. Maybe what I'll do in another video is do like a live build of an ad. Maybe this will be for the Whitelabel SaaS challenge that I'm doing. If you saw that video, so maybe I'll make an ad for that, and then we can do it together. But anyways, I want to make this video quick. It looks like it's already pretty long, but yeah. So if you want to try it out, give it a try. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you want to see anything, if you want to see me explore anything with VO3, drop it in the comments, and I'll try and make it. But anyways, that's it. Have a great day.